Alright, this is my GPS rig. I've mounted a B10 or BN880 U-blox GPS on my quad, and we're gonna do GPS rescue mode today. So yeah, now I've got a lithium-ion 3-cell pack here, which I use so that I can get a hot start on my GPS. So we're gonna plug this in. Right, here I have my ground station. So as you can see, it is not picking up any GPS yet. It's recording. Right, it's not getting any GPS yet. Yes, it's got nothing yet, 0. It takes about 30 seconds to like about 3 minutes, depending on conditions that day. It's got 4 now. This has got about 4 now. Let's sit for a while more. Okay, so now we connect quad to Betaflight once we've gotten enough satellites. So if we go to the configuration tab, you have to enable GPS here, and then I usually leave that on auto, just leave that alone unless you know what you're doing. Now before that, you have to go to your ports tab and ensure that your GPS is set to whichever UART which you've connected it to. The baud rate for the BN 880 is 38400. So here you can have a look at a map which will show you how many satellites you have and signal strength, and will show you your where you are, your location. Basically there'll be a yellow marker indicating your current position. So yes, as you can see, right, it just had a lock on, and this is where we are, and this is our location. Now that's the number of satellites we have. Right, next we go to the Failsafe page and set up GPS rescue as your failsafe. So I've set mine to a 32-degree angle at a 5 meters per second speed. Right, and I've set my initial altitude to 25 meters, which means you'll ascend 25 meters before it returns to you, with a descent distance of 100 meters. So you'll only start descending at around 100 meters from home. Right, 5 meters per second ground speed. Right, I've set my minimum satellite arming to 4 because I don't really get good reception around these parts. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not, you know, it depends on conditions, the weather and things like that. Alright, so next go to your modes tab and add the GPS rescue mode and make sure it's on. Set it to whichever switch. So now we'll do a serial pass-through. Since my GPS module is set to number UART 3, so we will set it to serial pass-through 2. Now you can see data streaming in. You quit Betaflight configurator and go to the U-centre U-blox evaluation software. So as you can see here, we've got quite a good number of satellites. It's intermittent. Some days it's better, some days it's worse. Alright, yeah, and it's getting worse right now. So as you can see, there's no fix, and altitude is wrong. So I'm clicking on download log data thing. Alright, show you the number of satellites it's picked up and things like that. Here you have a world map, world position view. Here you have your deviation map, and this is where you can see how far your quad is deviating from the norm. It's deviating quite badly now. I'm indoors, and yeah, I'm not getting too many satellites in here. In fact, I don't even have a fix right now, but alright, let's see. Okay, nope, still no fix. Well, yeah, it's getting worse. Signal's not good, and drift is really bad. I think it's drift out to over 50 meters. You've got a lot of options here. Number of satellites, you can, this is data view, you can see if you have a fix or not. So satellite positions in the sky, this is your satellite signal, like how strong each individual satellite is. What else do you have? Yes, you've got this histogram thing. At the moment it's displaying altitude, and it's all over the place, as you can see.
You have other options in here. You can check it out yourself because I have no idea what most of them do. But it's basically a histogram chart. So it's time versus scale of whatever option you select. Yeah, at the moment it's set altitude, so you can select noise, heading, component. There's all sorts of stuff here which I don't understand, and I'm currently studying them, so it'll take a while before I truly get how this works. Right now here it hanged because it ran out of memory. I think the PN880 is a bit I don't know, it's not working very well. Sometimes it gets locked on very fast, sometimes it takes a long time to lock on. Anyway, as you can see, we still have satellites, pretty good amount of satellites actually, but their signal strength is not too good. Another thing you can view is your map. This is a bit tricky to set up because you have to get an API key from Google, and they will want your Visa card number in order to get the API key. So you may or may not want to do that depending on what you're trying to do. Right, this is the sky view. You can see the declination and where the satellites are in relation to you, and the angle where the satellites are traveling. I mean, this may or may not interest you, but it's there. You know, if you wanted to, you can mess around with it. I usually just, yeah, it's just interesting, you know, and it's something I'm studying, so I'm trying to get more into satellite locks and all that. Ultimately, I like to build a GPS quad, kind of like DJI. So yeah, I'm studying all this. Alright, what else do you have? You have protocol, you can get information. Here you can set your connection and your baud rate. Your connection will be whatever your Betaflight COM port is, and your baud rate will be like what you've set in your port setting in Betaflight. So here you can see packet console, and it's constantly downloading information from the satellites. And yeah, you can see what it's showing. This is packet console. So there, yeah, you can flip that and show whether they're GLONASS or GPS. I've not been able to pick up any Beidou satellites, yeah, the Chinese ones or the Indian ones for that matter. So there's still a lot more. In fact, this is a topic that, I mean, you can really go real deep into this rabbit hole, and yeah, there's just a lot of stuff here. Well, that's about it. So what else do we have? Histogram, no, we've done that. Well, I think that's about it. So yeah, I hope you guys have I hope this helped someone, and hope you have a good time flying. And if you have problems trying to set up your GPS module, just hit me up. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you. Leave something in the comment and I'll get back to you when I can, right, when work permits. So yeah, that's about it. So there's no fix right now. It's basically so I'm just going to disconnect, and thank you for watching and happy flying.